we're going to stand to the back of our mats. Very slightly. So I want you to stand with your feet underneath your hips. Perfect view now, everyone. And I want you to take a shoulder roll. So I want you to lift your shoulders up towards your ears and then squeeze them back and down. Make sure you're balancing on both sides of your body. And again, for 3, 4, 1 more. As you drop your arms down, turn your palms down and take a big circle up to the sky, interlacing your fingers at the top, turn your palms to the ceiling and take a full stretch, looking up towards your hands. So feel your ribcage parting, feel the stretch through the abdomen. And as you exhale, let your arms drop down by your side and then soften your knees and lower your chin towards your chest and softly roll down through the spine. So squeeze the belly in and just roll your body forward, keeping your weight balanced through your feet and just let yourself hang. I want you to gently take hold of your big toes, thumbs on top of those big toes. Inhale, just take your eye gaze forward, just lifting your shoulders back and down. So you take a deep bend in your knees. And then as you breathe out, you're going to stretch into those hamstrings. So whilst you're here, just do a little bend and extend and take your hips swaying side to side. So you're just working into those hamstrings. Bending and extending. Just wake up those hamstrings and then do 1 more, come to the center and try and extend a little bit more. 1 last breath. Inhale, bend your knees, soften the spine, your arms hang, you just roll back up. I want you to close your eyes for your roll up. Just slowly letting your body roll to the top. We're only going to do this a couple of times. Take a shoulder roll. And again, and then inhale, drop your chin to your chest. And roll back down. Allow that spine just to give. This time let your arms down, go a little sway side to side. Try and straighten your legs a little bit more, but not fully extended, otherwise you won't allow that give through the hips. And then back to center, inhale, exhale, roll up again. So we're only going to do this for the last time. Keep your eyes closed if you can, just helps any form of dizziness go away. Lifting your chin at the last point and 2 to 3 shoulder rolls at the top. Just be very aware. Have you now swayed into one side of your body? Keep weight equal. Inhale, chin to chest, roll it down. This time as we drop our fingertips to the floor, bend your knees and take a little walk forward, coming down onto your hands and knees. So whilst you're on your hands and knees, always take it into a nice little cat-cow stretch. So lift your chin, lift your bottom, and let the middle of your back dip down. Pull your shoulders back and away. And then exhale, curl the spine, squeeze the belly, tuck under, cat stretch. And do that again. Inhale, lift your eye gaze, lift your bottom, pull your shoulders down, and then curve that spine. Bring yourself back to a neutral position. I want you to take your left hand underneath your chest, grabbing your weight with your right arm. And so make your arm into like a soft swing position, like a C shape. Take your knees a little bit wider, and we're going to inhale, exhale up towards the sky, and then just drop your arm back down to the floor. So we're not pulling our arm under. Exhale up to the sky, squeezing your shoulder blade, and back to center. So you don't have to use a weight for this beginning bit. How are the 3 kilos, all right? Up, 4, back down. Twist for 5. Back down. Twist again for 6. And again for 7. And up for 8. 2 more. Last one. Back to center, straight over to the other side. Right hand to the floor. Left arm, let's go. Inhale, exhale up. Back to the bottom. So really try and rotate. Turn from your waist, open your rib cage and squeeze the belly, putting that shoulder blade in. Up for 5. We've got 5 more to go. Don't try and go faster than that. Your arm on the floor, also make sure you don't lock it out. Keep both arms soft the whole time. Last 3. Nice long breath. 2. 1 more. And 1. Drop your weight down. Drop down to your elbows and walk your elbows forward into a half plank, tucking your toes under. You're going to simply lift one knee off the floor, drop it down, lift the other knee, drop it down. So your feet are always glued into the ground. We're just going to warm up and wake up the abs. Lengthen the spine. And then begin to speed it up a little bit. So press, 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 press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your knees, lift them off the ground, and just hold it just about 10 seconds. Squeeze that belly, lengthen your spine, look forward very slightly. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently drop the knees back. Walk your elbows in, press your bottom down into your heels and lower your head. Or you can come into an elbow cat stretch, so it's up to you. Bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Right hand underneath the chest, grab the weight with the left arm, lift your arm up so your elbow comes just slightly above your rib cage. Isolate that upper arm and then kick your lower arm back. So it's a fairly fast pace. And we're warming up the triceps. So you want to go 5, 6, 7. That's the pace you want to try and go. 8. Keep that elbow pointed behind you. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7. Pull the shoulders back. 5. Glue your abs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight over to the other side. Lift the elbow up just above your rib cage. Let's go. And breathe. 4, 5. The challenge is to get that speed. 7, 8. Don't let your upper arm move. It's isolated. Your elbow is pointed behind. Your shoulder needs to stabilize that arm. Let's count. What are we on?
15.
15, 16, 17, 18. Last 2 and 20. Drop it down. Take your hands to the edges of your mat. Turn your fingers very slightly out. We're just going to warm up shoulders, triceps, and chest together. We're going to inhale, drop down to the crease of the elbow. Exhale, press up. Now my elbows are very slightly pointed behind, and my arms are not too wide. So that challenges shoulders, triceps, and chest together. So keep the knees underneath the hips. It's still a little bit of a warm up. Squeeze the belly in. Try and get your breath. Inhale as you lower, and then power up through your exhale. 5 more. Elbows very slightly pointed back. Last 2. Last 1. Drop down to the elbows. Interlace those fingers. Tuck your toes under, lift the knees up, plank. Little knee taps slowly. Tap 1, tap 2, tap 3, tap 4. So here, this is about hip stabilization. If you need to drop it back to your knee and work on the one we did before, where you just lift one knee and drop it, lift the other and drop it, and please feel free to go back to that one. Otherwise, let's speed that up. Let's go. Tap, 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 tap. You don't have to speed it up. Stay at your own pace. 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze those abs. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. 10 seconds. Come on, hold it, hold it, hold it. Squeeze the belly in. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop down to the floor. Right on top of my weights. Last place to be. Take a little breather down here. Make a little pillow over your hands. Now again, I'm gonna do this probably without weights, just because my arms are dead from the last couple of days. So it's up to you if you want to use a weight or not. You're gonna bring your arms, if you're holding onto weights, just bring them down, your palms facing in towards your thighs. You can start with your weights, you can lose them. Do whatever you prefer. Now we're going to inhale, pull the shoulders back and away, and that's your starting point. So you've instantly retracted your shoulders and you're working into those back stabilizing muscles. We're going to exhale, raise the head, chest and arms and your left leg off the floor. Inhale, lower everything back down. Try those. And the other side, right leg and lower. So with these arms, you're squeezing and pulling them back. And you want to try and pull your arms as close in towards one another behind your bottom as you can. So lift, just working alternate legs. Get those arms higher than your buttocks. We've got 6 more to do. Let's go. Come on, lift up. 6, 5. Come on, we can do this. Pull those shoulders together. 4. This is hard without weights. 3. Last 2. Let's power up. Last 1. Now drop the feet down. Drop your weights to the floor. Pull those shoulders back. Raise your arms up one more time. Chest not too high. And pump the arms. 10, 9, higher. 7, squeeze your hands together. 3, 2, and release the weights. Make a pillow, turn your head one direction, and take 2 or 3 breaths. Now bring your weights up in front of you, stick with the 2s. So if you're not using a weight, you're still going to get a good enough workout here. So feet stay grounded for now, bring them a little bit closer together. You're going to lift the head and the chest to a hover. Same leg movement. We're going to pull right arm and left leg, lower down, and the other side. Squeezing the shoulder blade behind. Your eye gaze is no further than the front of your mat, so you don't lift your chin too high, otherwise you're hyperextending through the neck. Think about trying to keep your hip bones on the floor, and that leg, it's about lengthening. Squeeze the buttock and lift, but don't lift the hips. And if you're using weights, you can lose them at any point if you wish. And if you're not using weights, you can always continue, because we're going to do 6 more, with the arms together, but alternating those legs still. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Now drop your arms down. Keep the elbows lifted. Lift the chest. Lift the legs. Squeeze them a little bit closer together and swim kick. So this is about length. Extending the knees, lifting the thighs off the ground. Squeeze the butt, point the toes, and let's go deeper. Lift the chest if you can. Shoulders pulled back. 8, 7, faster. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Release the weight. Turn your head the other way. Relax. Elbows underneath shoulders, hands interlace, forearms to the floor. Tuck your toes under, plank. Okay, so here you go back to your knee taps, or if you wish, double knee tap. Slowly tap, lift. Slowly tap. Now what you're trying to avoid doing here is losing your hip placement. So as I bend my knees, my bottom doesn't change its height. I just extend away through the heels, then lower back down. That way my core is a lot more active. If you need to take it down a level, I'd go back to 1 knee at a time, or start from the floor and extend, and briefly drop the knees for a moment and extend. Otherwise, speed it up. Let's go. 10, 9, I'm slipping away. 8, 7, come on. Abs on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold your plank. Lengthen out. Knees is an option. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and to the ground. Lovely. Lengthen out your arms. Lift your head and chest off the floor. You can either keep your hands on top of your weights or on the floor, lift those legs again, go back to some kicks. Your option here is to just lift your arms as well, not with the weights. Or move your arms and legs together. Pick what works for you. I'm going to stick with this one. I'm not going to go this one. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Reach, 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 reach. Squeeze the belly. Now mobilize those shoulders and hips. 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, swim it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop it down. Wriggle through those hips, releasing. Then slowly transition yourself, either child's pose or cat stretch. Just let your elbows drop to the ground. Push your bottoms firmly down into your heels as you can go. So just ease it out. And if you're not quite reaching, just ease off, ease back, ease off, ease back. Right, we're going to turn over onto our sides. So you guys turn over onto the left side. So roll over onto the left side. Now, with or without weights. So you have weights, so you can use weights. Now we're going to come into a half plank. So bend your knees, elbow beneath shoulder, hand to the floor, lift your hips. So take myself down a couple of inches. So lift up and then use the underneath of your left waistline to elevate and get strong. We want that left buttock to be fired up. Take your arm with the weight overhead, palm facing forward. Lift your top leg, straighten it. Let's go. Open the knee to the sky and squeeze in and lengthen for 1. Squeeze in, lengthen for 2. 3, 4. Now lift that knee as high as you can go. Lovely. 6, 7. Come on, lift it higher. 8. If you need to drop down a level, you can drop down to that left hip, but you're going to lose the buttock workout. 10. Let's do 5 more. Come on. 5. Squeeze it high. 4. Squeeze it high. 3, 2, 1. Now lengthen and hold. Lift that leg up and down. Let's go. Come on. Lift it. 7, 6, 5. Hips up. 4. Nearly there. 3, 2, and drop it down. Spin around. So your feet are up the other end and come onto the right side. We're going straight over to the other side today. We usually do a few exercises in between, but not today. So bend your knees. Elbow underneath shoulder. Lift yourself up. So the right side of your waistline is lifting and elevating. Take the arm overhead, stretch. Take that leg, lift it. Let's go. Pull it in. Kick it away. Pull it in. Kick it away. So the option, which I didn't actually demonstrate, was down here. You need to ease it off. But see if you can carry on because you want that right buttock to be fired up. Let's go. Last 5, 4, 3. Come on, squeeze it. Lift that knee high. Last 1. Extend away. Lift that leg. Let's go up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze up. Lift those hips. 4, 2, and release. And roll over onto your backs. You should be all right with the 3s now, not like the 2s. So come down to the floor on your back, bending your legs. Thank you. Need your 3s. And I want you to take a couple of deep breaths just to get back into the breathing pattern. Heart rate just comes down a little bit. And then take your arms above your shoulders. Slide your shoulder blades under. Weights or no weights, your choice. Legs at tabletop. Okay, nothing, we've not done nothing complex. Dead bug. Opposite arm to leg. Extends away. Toes pointed. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. So here we've got a beautiful flat back to the ground. If you need to reduce the range, you can keep a bent knee and toe tap, lift up, toe tap, lift up. Okay, that's just a slightly easier option. Don't rush it. 6 more, lengthen, 6, inhale, center. Extend for 5, inhale, center. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your feet to the ground. Take your arms across your chest. So you're crossing your weights sitting on the opposite shoulder. So cross your arms. And then inhale, exhale, roll up into a crunch. Lift your heels off the floor. Sit on your toes. Get as high as you can that crunch. Inhale, drop halfway. Exhale, straight back up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, straight up. So 1, 2. And if it gets too much on your neck muscles, lose the weights and hold your head very lightly with your hands. 5, 6, 7. Only drop back a couple of inches. 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head down. Drop your weights down by your side. Take your arms very slightly wider. So we're making that arrow head. So the point of your head is the point of the arrow. Lift the legs straight up to the sky. Ground down through your lower back. Drop your left leg just so it's hovered off the ground. And extend through both your legs with pointed toe. Inhale. On the exhale, a sharp swap change of the legs. So, shot swap. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, swap. Inhale, swap. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Sharp exhale. Control this in your tummy. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Inhale there. Exhale, lift that left leg back up. Bend the knees and pop your feet to the ground. Take your feet just to the outer edges of your mats. You can either get hold of those weights and pop your weights on your hip bones on top of the thighs if you want a little bit more weight added, or just relax your arms down. We're going to inhale, exhale, roll up to a bridge. So squeeze that butt, tuck your tailbone. We're going to inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, squeeze the thighs together. Breath in to open the knees and tap your heel back down. So we lift the heels, squeeze, open, tap. If it's quite easy to get those legs close together, take your feet a little bit wider. 5 more. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then roll out slowly, 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 slowly. If your weights are on your thighs, drop them down by your side. Take your arms back to that arrow stance position, and then keep the knees wide and bring your big toes together. So you make a diamond shape through the legs. Up into the air. So legs up high. Heels are higher than your knees. Now, you're going to drop your heels, your feet, to the front corner of your mat. Okay? Lifting back up through to center. Very subtle rotation into the buttock, tapping your feet down. So you're really trying to stabilize your hips and pelvis, but you're using the control through your tummy muscles, those obliques, transverse abdominals, those lower abs. So we're not going too far over, but we're getting a lever down to that corner. And you can take it to reduce motion, so you can just tap down a little bit closer in, back to center, tap down a little bit closer. Okay? 8 more, 4 more each side. Let's do this. Come on. Reach. Breathe into center, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, come on, nice and long and deep, squeeze. Last one. And then come back to the center, pop the feet back down to the floor. Breath. Now, all I want you to do, we're going to come back over onto our backs, but I want you to flip back over onto your tummies again. So just immediately turn over. I'm just going to swap sides just because I can see what you guys are doing. And then come up onto your hands and knees. So we're going back to what we did at the start, but we're going to make it a little bit harder. So you're going to keep your weight nearby, take your knees a little bit further back, and then drop your body weight forward. Then drop down to your left elbow, your palm on the floor, facing like a 45-degree angle. Grab your weight wide. Now you can do this without a weight if you wish. Abs on. We're going to lift the weight up, tap it down for 1, up, tap it down for 2. Now the challenge here is you don't want to let your back hip drop. But lift it up and then do it. Legs need to be wide. Come on, 5 more. 5. Don't let that hip drop. 4. Squeeze your shoulder blade. 3. 2. 1 more. And 1. Drop the weight through. Both forearms to the floor. If you need a quick breather, lift your bottom high. Otherwise, set yourself up. Right elbow beneath shoulder. Left arm out wide to the side of the mat. Abs on. Let's go. Lift up. 10. Tap. 9. Tap. 8. Stubborn. 6, squeeze those shoulder blades. 5, lift that right hip up. 4, far up your tummy muscles. 3, 2, give me 1 more. And release. Walk it back, sit it back. Okay, we're going back into those triceps again. So this one's going to be done on the hands. So come forward, grab your weights. So set yourself up again, this time on the hands, beneath the chest. So I'm rather than being up here, I'm here, half plank. So don't let your lower back dip, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your abs. Grab your weight, put it up. And let's go at speed, back, down, 18. 17, 16, 15. Point that elbow right behind you. Don't swing the upper arm. Good. Come on, last 10. Squeeze it. 8, 7. Scoop the belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Sit back whilst you just take yourself over to the side. Bring your hand in front of you. Sink back down to half plank. Lift your left arm up. Let's go. Abs on. Press back. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Stay with me. 14, 13, 12, 11. Lift the elbow higher. 9. Soften that elbow on the ground. Come on, nearly there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide it back again. Take a breath. And then we're going to bring ourselves, flip over onto our backs again, where we're going to do those same back exercises, same tummy exercises, and you can have the option to make something a little bit harder if you wish. Arms to the sky, palms facing in, legs straight up to the ceiling this time. So go back to dead bug with your legs straight. So opposite arm to leg, press away, lift up for 1, for 2. So you can go back to do the one we did earlier, which is bent knees and extending away if you want to stay at that level. So make sure you're doing your exhalation and the lengthening, inhaling to the top. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your feet down. Weights above, across your chest. Come onto your toes, lift your heels. Come up into a crunch, hold your crunch at the very, very top. So roll up. And then inhale, a couple of inches back. Exhale, straight back up. Down, up, down, up. So again, if you need to use your weights, slide your hands back of the head. And then let's lift high, guys. Come on. Last 10, 9, 8, stay with me, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, lift higher, and last one, drop it down. Take your arms slightly wider, legs back up to the sky, straighten out through the legs, right leg, drop it down to a hover and pause. Straighten out those knees. Inhale, exhale, switch change. Inhale, exhale, change. And again. And again. Come on, nearly there. 8 more to go. Straighten those knees a little bit more if you can. Come on. And I want you to drop your right one down one more time and hold. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Lift it up to the sky. Bend the knees and pop those feet to the ground. Take your feet wider than your mats. You can take your weights back on the top of the thighs or the hips, or just keep your arms close down by your side. We're going to roll those hips into a bridge. So this time, we're going to take a breath in, lift the heels, then drop the heels back down, squeeze the thighs with the heels on the floor. Open the knees, lift the heels, drop the heels, close the thighs for 2. Squeeze for 3. Lift the heels, drop the heels, squeeze for 4. Now we're just trying to keep those hips as high as possible, so don't let those hips drop down. And that's one of the most important things, this exercise. 4 more, make them strong. Get a bit more squeeze. Last one. Squeeze it open, roll it out. Now we're going to finish up Lifting those feet again, back to that diamond shape, back to that long lever again, just dropping your feet to the corners of your mat. So arms wide, that narrow position from the arms to the head. Take a breath in, let's go. Drop them down. Stretch your legs a little bit more if you can, and pull them back to diamond shape as you drive into the center. So I practically get my legs lengthened, opening. Don't roll too far over. Again, you can reduce it, you can tap to here, and tap to there, okay? The most important thing is you keep your technique, you keep your abs fired up, your lower back's not taking over, and that you're just using that control. All right, we've got 4 more each side to do. Make these 4 your best yet. Keep the control. Breathe and breathe. Breathing is key. And over 6, over 5, open those knees in the middle, and for 4, and for 3, last 2 guys, come on, we can do this, 2, and then we're going to add on a little bit of a surprise, bring your legs back to the center, open the knees, lift your heels higher than your knees, pistol grip your fingers, reach between your heels, and push. Come on, reach, 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 reach. Get your heels higher than your knees. Now reach. Come on, deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, further. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your knees. Let your feet fall apart. Take a little rock side to side. And again, you need to then increase your breath. So your heart rate just goes straight down to your resting point. Keep hold of your right leg and extend your left leg to the floor. And then pull that right knee in towards the chest, open it out towards the armpit. Perhaps slide your left hand down to the ankle, catch the ankle and drive it deeper. And extend your left leg fully down straight to the ground. Keep hold of that leg, bend your left foot to the floor, cross the right ankle over the left knee, lift the left thigh, stretch your buttocks. So catch around the thigh or the shin. Head and shoulders to the floor. And bottom to the floor as well. So the whole spine is really down. Open that right knee. So just be very aware whether or not you've just drifted over to the right, drift over to the left a little bit. You're best looping your arms inside the legs. That's it. Couple more breaths here. And then release the left foot to the floor, right leg to the sky, catch the right leg, behind the back of the thigh, pushing as straight as you can towards the sky, toes down, heels away, so dorsal flexion of the foot. Straighten your left leg to the ground. Straighten that leg as much as you can to the sky. Dead straight. If you want more, grab the calf, drive that leg in towards you. Push it straight. One, work it, work it, work it. If you have a strap or a band or a towel, you can get deeper into the stretch. Now I want you to keep your left leg where it is. Release your right hand from the leg, drop it to the floor, and immediately left leg to the sky. Hold onto the back of the hamstring, straighten that leg to the ceiling. Pull the left hip down to the floor so it's securely locked in place, and then you can take that stretch further with your climbing your leg. Shoulders down. Keeping hold of the leg, slide your right foot to the floor, cross the ankle over the knee, lift that right thigh up, catch around the back of the thigh or the shin, head down, shoulders down, bottom down, open the left knee, allowing a little bit more weight over into your right buttock. And finally, taking the hip stretch, right foot to the floor, catch that left leg, drive the leg in towards your chest, catch the ankle as well, and just draw the knee towards the chest and slide the opposite leg away down. And really enjoy that wonderful hip opening. Be quite forceful with those arms. And then as you ease off, slide the hands around the back of the thigh, use that to roll up, spin around to your hands and knee, come into downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, lift the hips, take a little walk through, rotating side to side, allowing loads of give through the hips, through the shoulders, waking up those muscles still, keeping everything moving. And then heels to the floor, hips to the sky, chest melting towards those thighs. And then bend the knees to softly walk in a little bit. Also walk your hands to your feet. We're back to where we started, where you're just hanging like a heavy weight. Your knees just very slightly bent, so you're feeling that stretch to the back of the hamstrings. I want you to close your eyes and begin your roll up, slowly working through the vertebrae one by one. Remember, your chin's always the last thing to come up. And once you've come all the way up, just do that shoulder roll again, inhaling up from the ears and exhaling down. 5 times. Stand equal on both your feet as well. Turn your palms forward, then take your arms out wide. Interlace those fingers one more time. Take a full body stretch up towards the sky. Leg up. And then gently just soften through the shoulders, through the rib cage, soften through the arms, bringing your hands down by your chest. And then give yourself a little bow, holding your chin there briefly, stretching out through the back of the neck. And then, as always, give yourselves a little round of applause. Thank you so much.